today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Now it's Patterson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the bearded one in his 17th season in the NFL, the well-traveled Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's one of those guys that's been around the block a few times in the NFL, and at this stage in his career, what he lacks in big playability, he more than makes up for it in veteran leadership, a real knowledge of the game, and being a terrific locker room presence.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now high, and he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, "Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball."
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On 2nd and 10, Fitzpatrick, right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Hyde. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Carlos Hyde with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
The numbers for Jones last week, 13 carries, 55 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. 23 yards the pickup there. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing now is Locke. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Now it's Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Handoff comes to Hyde, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Sliding out of the pocket, and that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
That swung out to Mostert. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end?
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
No escape from Locke, and he'll go down.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe...
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on third down.
Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. He'll buy some time right. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
To throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
K'Lavon Chaisson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Able to find Lazard.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That one goes for 8 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board. This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Locke to throw. That's complete, right side to Lazard.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The give is to Jones.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
54 yards on the ground for him so far.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll run on first down. Morris. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll give to Hyde. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, Hyde. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. That catch good for only a couple.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Fitzpatrick.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will swell the lead to 16.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Clock now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lock, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw it is Lock. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A 1st down throw for Fitzpatrick.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. To throw, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Henry Ruggs.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are able to add on to their 1st half lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Locke. He'll get this to Lazard. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Locke.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Locke looks to throw it again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape. As we look around the NFL.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on.
And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate.
And now it's second down. Block now to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. On the counter, here's Jones. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Bears will get the football back.
4th and short, and in this part of the field, you just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team, saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
This is Morris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. This time it's high. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Raheem Mostert
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bears continue to pour it on.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Just a yard to go here on second down.
A give to Jones.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Touchdown!
George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to get a score back. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now it's Patterson.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go.
And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. This is Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Locke. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Lock now on first down. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Now it's Patterson.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, it's Morris. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A 10th carry for Hyde, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And is that Gronkowski the one slow to get up? Yes, Gronk still down right now. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Lewis has it, the tight end.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down. They'll run. Hyde. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Carlos Hyde with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears add on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times
under pressure, and they got to him again. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Boy, shifts past him.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Carlos Hyde gears up to take the field again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
42 yards.
And the Bears get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2nd and 10.
Locke going to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. To throw again on second down. Lock.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Shotgun snap to Lock. He's got to hook up to Lazard. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game. It's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. Now Lock, gotta have this one. He's gonna let one fly for Tate. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run it again with Hyde. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. First down, a run with Hyde. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free. The Bears on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Hyde. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
4th down, Fitzpatrick. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll run on 1st down. Hyde. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On 3rd down, it's Morris. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st down, Hyde.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Handoff comes to Hyde, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
K'Lavon Chaisson
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lock. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now Lock again.
He's got Smith-Schuster.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Lock working out of the gun. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. He finds his man Johnson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Lock. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears,